Hey everyone, here's everything you need to know about today's Apple event. So let's just jump straight in to iOS 17. If you're someone who uses or who charges your iPhone at night, there's a feature that you might find very useful called standby mode. I would just call it nightstand mode. When you plug in your iPhone at night and put your phone in landscape orientation, it changes its view to like a nightstand alarm clock, but also like a smart display. So you have multiple styles for how you would like to see your clock, but also by putting it on the side, you have access to widgets, photos, your home automation, so home control, and also third-party widgets. And at night, when the ambient light is low, it will actually change the color of the screen to a red tone to make it easier on your eyes. And it goes without saying, Siri works perfectly in the landscape mode as well. But while we're talking about Siri, now you no longer need to actually say the complete phrase. So before, let's say I want to turn on a light, I would say, Siri, can you turn on this light? But now all I have to say is, Siri, turn on the light, turn on the fan, or Siri, what's the climate outside? You no longer need to say the complete phrase. Probably a requested feature of the maps is that now you can offload those maps so that if you're on the go without any network access, you have your map ready to go and you don't need to worry about it. Something new that's coming to iOS 17 is a brand new app called Journal. So in this, you're able to make a journal entry every day, use suggestions that your iPhone provides based on your photos, location, workout, and such. Now, something that has not gotten an update for quite a long time, I would say, is AirDrop. So now when you want to AirDrop something, we all love using AirDrop, but something I think we all can agree that it gets very annoying when you want to AirDrop something and you cannot see the other person's device on your list, or it's just you're not in the range. Now all you have to do is touch two people, like two phones, so person A and person B's phone together, and you can AirDrop photos, files, or whatever you're doing. But also now you can share play. So let's say I'm listening to music on Apple Music and I want to share play that music to someone else. All I have to do is touch their phones. Now, while in this process, we all know sometimes when we transfer files, some files can be big, and because of how amazing AirDrop is, we like to transfer big files on AirDrop, whether it's movies or even a lot of photos. Something that I personally run into a lot is when I'm doing AirDrop, I might go out of range or my phone might lock, so now AirDrop is cancelled and it can get very frustrating. But now when you have an AirDrop on, active AirDrop connection, you can just walk away completely out of the range and your AirDrop files will still be transferred over to the device using internet in full quality. In addition to AirDrop, something Apple introduced is called name drop. So you're able to share contacts or share your personal contact information from your number or email just by touching two phones together, just how you would AirDrop, but now it's called name drop and you're able to transfer contact. While we are on talking about contacts, one of the improvements to iOS 17 coming is to the phone app itself. So you get to design your own contact poster, which when you call someone is displayed on the end user's phone. Now we will see how well this works and if we actually get an option as an end user to disable it or enable it, but that's something for later. We all have been in situations where we're getting a call and we can pick it up, but we don't know if it's actually urgent or we can call them back later, and eventually the call goes to voicemail. Now with the new iOS 17, when a call goes to voicemail, you get to see the live transcript as the voicemail is still on, and if you decide, or if you after reading it you think it's important, you're able to instantly pick the call back. And this feature now is also applied to FaceTime. So if you call someone on FaceTime and they do not pick up, you're able to leave a voice message, kind of like a voicemail, so they can kind of catch up or see why you called, what happened at that moment. Lastly, let's talk about iMessage and some minor improvements in iMessage. Now it's much easier to just reply to someone, so reply to a message just by swiping. Audio messages now have transcripts available, so if you are in a place where you cannot hear an audio message, you can just read the transcript. In group chat, especially when you do not actually open the group chat for a long time and you open it, now you have to scroll all the way up. Now there's an actual catch-up arrow that you just press and it takes you right where you left off from. And also there has been advancements in the search engine, so you're able to use multiple keywords, and you can now also tell someone that you have arrived home or are running 15 minutes late using check-ins right from iMessages. Moving on, iPadOS 17. We have the same customization that was available in iPhones, where you're able to customize your home screen now onto your iPad. Now widgets are also available on lock screen, and now when you're using the widgets, where let's say you want to check something off from your to-do list, it no longer opens the app and you're able to just do it right from the widget. And while you're on your iPad's lock screen, you're able to also create timers and check in multiple timers all at once, while also keeping track of food orders, travel plans, or even check a score. once in a while or every day, we all encounter PDFs and we use PDFs whether it's signing or filling them up. Now on iPad, you can actually use your autofill contact to fill up PDFs. You can also sign them digitally using your Apple Pencil and reply back with the completed form using Mail. There were also some updates to the Notes app in regards to PDF, being able to edit PDFs and also share and collaborate with others, along with some new tools in the Freeform app. Now let's talk about macOS Sonoma. All of the iOS 17 and iPadOS 17 features have also been transferred over to Mac, such as messages updates and also FaceTime. Along with that, we also have a widget update on Mac, and now you're able to take widgets from the control center and put them anywhere in your desktop. And while you're working in another app, the widgets will just blend in the background, so you're not really getting distracted. While we're talking about widgets, now you're able to have your iPhone widgets on your Mac without downloading any external app or anything on your Mac. With continuity, as long as your phone is near your Mac and of course on the same Wi-Fi, you're able to just add widgets that are on your phone onto your Mac, and you're also able to do automations. For example, you can select multiple pictures and run it through a widget that's actually using an app on your phone and output the results on your Mac. So, and then of course when your phone is away, the widget stops working, but the idea is that you're able to use your phone widgets right on your Mac without downloading anything. Now let's talk about video conferencing on Mac. We have some new options such as presenter overlay. We also have reactive video effects. So instead of just using plain emojis on a video conferencing tool, but now you have these reactive effects. For example, balloons, confetti, hearts, and much more. So these effects can also be activated just by your hands. For example, 2 thumbs up. So you don't really need to go find the emoji keyboard. You just use your gestures. Safari also got some privacy updates along with some key features. For example, being able to lock the browsing window and some more privacy related features. But outside the privacy related features, we also have profiles. So you're actually able to have a work and a personal profile where your cookies, bookmarks, and everything can be separated. So you can open one website as a work, but the other same website as a personal, and they both will be completely separate. And lastly, we have web apps. So now you can actually take a website you visit frequently, or you want to have it as an app and just convert that into a web app, and it goes into your dock and it opens up in its own application window. So it does not really look like it's Safari, but it also taking a website and giving it a bit more of an app experience. Now let's talk about AirPods, not the hardware, but more towards the software. And we have something called adaptive audio. So combining the transparency mode and the noise cancellation mode to match the conditions of your surrounding. We also have something known as personalized volume. So whether you're listening to a podcast or different kind of music, depending on how you usually listen to at what volume level and what surrounding you're in, the AirPod is able to change the volume levels and make sure you get the best experience. Also, we get this adaptive audio on phone calls as well. So when you're talking to someone and if you're suddenly in a very noisy background, it will just cancel it all out. And also now by pressing in the AirPods like the button, you're actually able to mute and unmute as well, and it won't just end the call. We have some updates to AirPlay and Apple TV as well. So for example, AirPlay knowing usually what time and what kind of music you would stream on a HomePod versus using your phone. And also now you can accept or make FaceTime calls from your Apple TV. Using continuity camera, you can use your iPhone or your iPad as the actual camera, but you can basically have a full FaceTime call on an Apple TV. And just how you do with the Mac, iPad, and iPhone, you're able to switch calls to or from your Apple TV. So you can transfer it to your phone, Mac, or send it to an Apple TV. And since we're doing FaceTime on Apple TV, you do have all the features that I mentioned before. For example, the preview, the presenter mode, or also like the gestures and special reactions. All this stuff is also on the Apple TV. But now let's talk about WatchOS. Now we have smart stacks, so you can just turn the digital crown and you get information based on your preferences or your trend, or like basically like Siri suggestions. For example, maybe you have a timer running on, or also like your meeting to go to. So it's more like a personalized stack. We have some new interactive watch faces and also cycling and hiking workouts. So that kind of sums up everything you should know about today's Apple event, but there's definitely a lot more, and I'm going to be making dedicated videos for iOS, macOS, tvOS, and such, because it's much easier to break it down also as a consumer point of view, but also as a developer point of view. But there is one more thing that we have left out, and that's the hardware. Yes, we do have Apple glasses, the Vision Pro, but I'm going to again be making a dedicated video because there's a lot to talk about. And we also have some updates over towards the Mac. So we have a brand new 15-inch MacBook Air running M2. If you have anything that you would like me to go over or discuss regarding the software or the hardware side, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.